What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. You know the name. I'm not going to say it's streaming live right now or anything. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Listening to a little pigs. You have to say all those pigs. That's the name of the group. Yeah. All right. Well, while we're waiting, let me see what's in the Yeah. So, GNT. Like pigs. So, Jack is on. He's there. And I can't see his picture. So, let's start the new year off right. Oh, wait. And wait a minute.
Yay!
There he is.
There you go.
What's up, Jack?
How are you, Scotty boy?
Your audio sounds terrible.
Hold on a second. Let me adjust. First time in a long time.
I know. It would have helped to come on 15 minutes earlier but I know.
How's that?
I know a lot. There you go.
Is that good?
Give me the old testing 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3. Syphilis.
It sounds okay. So what's up, buddy? Happy New Year.
And to you. How's it going?
It's going good. The new year is starting off right.
What does that mean?
Well, it hasn't been any. The other shoe hasn't dropped yet. Usually at the beginning of the year, I look at the beginning of the year like a new car, right? So you get a new car, and it's inevitable that within the first 6 months, somebody's going to fucking hit you. Someone's going to scratch it. Someone's going to hit it with the fucking shopping cart. It's almost inevitable. I think the odds are like 80-20 that something will happen.
Yeah, but in some regard, not that you want it to happen, but you almost want to break the ice, and then you can relax a little bit.
Well, mine started last year and didn't stop. So
no.
My ice melted.
but what I'm saying, as it pertains to the example they use with with a new car, maybe you got to realize that you don't have to treat things so precious.
Well, you got to treat the new year precious. I think it's your fresh start. It's built into our DNA. It's built into our psyche. I mean, that's the thing, right? Everyone wants to get a new start somehow, some way, right?
Do you want to hear a little bit about my new start? So like,
sure.
Like most people, I have my own resolutions. One of them being, and this is a minor one, not that I have a long list, but this is certainly at the lower end of the list. So my wife and I, Deb, big music.
The beautiful
fans,
Deb. What are you doing?
The beautiful Deb.
You forgot already. See, I have to remind you of that.
No. I don't even have to say it just because I know in my heart.
Go. You're not getting
how
out of
beautiful
it. No,
she is.
No, you always refer to her as the beautiful Deb. So that's it.
She is the beautiful Deb.
She is, absolutely.
The beautiful, talented, lovely. By the way.
And tell her I said that, by the way.
I will.
Show her this recording.
I will. But by the way, one of the most entertaining things around the house right now is the beautiful Deb, for her birthday, got a bass guitar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And
not to be confused with the yeahs. Just, yeah.
And our son bought her a beautiful amplifier that actually matches. So she's got a white bass and she's got a white amplifier.
Nice.
She's taking lessons.
Good.
And this morning before we left, we had a couple of minutes and she fired up the bass and she was doing the bass line to With or Without You from U2.
Excellent.
And I was playing along with her on acoustic guitar. And it was just kind of cool.
Good.
But
that's great. That's more than cool. That's great.
It's just awesome to see it. Like she's having so much fun with it. And she's got a knack for it. She really does.
Yeah. What's her name?
Anyway,
go on.
Hold on before you get too far.
Yeah.
So we're talking about New Year's resolution. So Deb and I.
I was going to talk about female bass players for a minute. I just wanted to kind of. You know who Paz Linchanton is?
Paz Linchanton. It's not the guy.
She
that
was the bass player. No, she was the bass player for.
That wasn't the guy
Circle.
that was in the. That wasn't the guy that was in the Bronx Tale, was it?
Right. Jazz Palminteri. Yeah.
She
was the bass player in Perfect Circle, and then she had a couple of, and she has one of the greatest moves in music video history. If you go and watch Judith, right? There's a point in there where it goes down, wow, 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 and there's no bass, no drumming, and she takes her hair and she spins it, grabs it, fucking ties it up, and just hits the note right as she finishes. It's fucking one of the greatest moves I've ever seen in a video in my life. Awesome. And then she went on to play with the Pixies for a long time.
You and I can't do that move.
No, we can't do that move anymore. She went on to play with the Pixies for a long time, right? She was there. She replaced Kim Deal, right? And then all of a sudden they just let her go, like midway through last year. They just like, that's it. What's his name? Black Francis? He's like, that new bass player. She's like, I've been there for a long time. So
maybe she wanted more money.
She didn't. She had no clue. She's like, they just changed. They just took me out.
Yeah.
So okay, around the house.
So
New Year's res.
So New Year's resolution. So Deb and I, we're always trying to outdo each other in terms of finding new bands and new artists and that type of thing. And Deb kicks my ass generally. She just has much better taste in music than I do. So last night, for whatever reason, I got up in the middle of the night. The dogs were actually barking. That's why I got up. And I was downstairs and I was just flipping through Instagram. And I had this algorithm that just led me down to it was music video after music video of like all these bands that I had never heard of.
I love that. Yeah.
And I was hearing like maybe 5, maybe 10-second clips. And I was just doing, because they didn't have the energy or the focus to actually go into the apps or anything like that. So I was just capturing screenshots. And I got up this morning, I created a new playlist on Spotify with these. And I was like, I'm going to impress Deb. I found these new bands and whatnot. So we're up in our bathroom and I get the music playing with my new playlist. And she goes, what the fuck is that shit? She was like, that's terrible. And I was tail between my legs.
You have to answer a question that's up on the screen right now.
I can't.
King of the 45s.
I can't see the chat. Hold on.
Not the chat. It's up on the screen. Look at the screen. It should be at the bottom of the screen.
Good evening, boys. Where have you been, Jack?
King of the 45s, Dave Phillips. Where you been, Jack?
I've been traveling. I've been working. You got to understand, Dave, that Scott doesn't pay that well.
No, you get enough. Like Howard Stern, you make your name off this podcast. You make your own money. I'm giving you the opportunity, and then you go out and make your own money.
This was the linchpin for me to get my new position in my insurance career.
Fucking right it was.
They were like, wait a minute. We were going to go with this other guy.
Right.
But are you the guy that argued about Van Halen on milk crates and turntables?
Yep. That's it. See? I knew it. I fucking knew it. You'd be amazed who listens to this podcast. I think you'd be extremely surprised, as a matter of fact. What do we got? Marie Martin says, nothing can be as bad as something like Yoko Ono's Waiting for the D Train. Anything by her is bad.
I can't believe that was mine and Deb's wedding song.
What do you know? Yeah, what do you know? Well, that's all she hears when you talk, from what I understand,
Whoa,
anyways.
Nice. Wow. Oh my God.
It's just what I heard.
Yeah. Generally, people like the podcast a lot better when you're solo because of the crickets in the background.
Oh yeah. I did get. Let me see. I sent the text to your number one girl fan, Mark Smith from Music Relish, and I said, "Fucking Jack is back tonight" with the big screaming emoji. And he wrote, "He's gonna make a perfectly shitty show awesome. What a bastard. Fuck him.
Hey.
Fuck him. No.
Yeah, the fans.
He's got a man crush on you anyway, so good luck with that.
The fans have spoken, brother. You know,
the fan.
Dude, I'm telling you, my New Year's resolution, 2026. I'm going to make the show a lot more. Not all the time.
I would not expect all the time.
Not all the time. Dude, last week in January, I'm going to be touring Florida.
That's right. We might have a chance to get together.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're a very busy man. I understand that.
I'm a very important man.
Tiny Tim, he said, so Dave Phillips, King of the 45s, just commented, not even Tiny Tim is as bad as Yoko. Tiny Tim actually was a genre singer. Like, that was a whole thing. Like, that came from the 40s. That's how the ukulele and that high-pitched voice, from back in those days. So
Tiny Tim, the greatest exit in music history.
Oh, did he die on stage?
You can see it on YouTube.
He's having the heart attack. Yeah,
he had a heart attack and just falls forward on stage.
What a way to
go! Good night, everybody.
Good night. No, it's more like good night,
Tippy. Yeah, Tippy waitress.
Yeah, as he tips over.
Yeah. He did not tip through the tulips.
No, he tipped into the tulips. Now he's under the tulips.
Dude, we can't make fun of him. Dude, we're of age. This could happen to him. It could happen right now.
Yeah. I got hot like bull. Yes. That's for sure. Here we go. Light Fingers Perry Dedovich, the AI, says Time Warp. Glad to see you guys. Yeah.
Time Warp.
He is the king. He is the king of music relish. Light Fingers Perry Dedovich. He was blamed this past year. I believe I blamed him for stealing some guitars from. There was what story was that? Someone's band, they stole their guitars. And
there's a lot of.
And then the dude, no, he stole the guitars. Then he went and sold two of them on the street. And there's a video and he got caught. But it was I forget who the artist was. Maybe Perry remembers. But it took a couple days for him to find the video. This dude, he brought one to a pawn shop and he sold one to someone on the streets. I forget who it was, but Perry was blamed for that for a little while. He was blamed for Light Fingers, Perry Dedovich. So we didn't get a chance to do the year-end show because, well, you were busy on New Year's Eve, and I had nothing to do after my all-you-can-eat sushi rampage, which was very good.
Do you have any idea how many pieces of sushi you ingested that night?
Well, it wasn't my record number. It wasn't my personal best. My personal best, I believe, no joking, I believe my personal best in an all-you-can-eat sushi place was up in Front Royal, Virginia, of all places, when I was going through the U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
The sushi capital of the world.
Oh, my God, yeah. I believe it was 52 pieces of sushi.
Oof, Jesus.
Yeah, killed it.
Dude, and that rice expands in your stomach afterwards.
Nothing was worse than we went to this lunch buffet at a barbecue joint. It's Virginia, right? So, and they have these corn muffins. They're not full-size corn muffins. They're half the size, right, of a corn muffin. And they just keep bringing baskets. I ate 33 of them at lunch. 33 of them. Dude, it wasn't the cornmeal. It was the sugar. I was fucking I snorted a gram. Dude, I was pinging from the sugar in those things.
So
this fat guy from New Jersey, Woody, he was this big dude. He tried to go, so that's why I did that many. It turned into like a competition, and I blew him away.
33?
Yeah, no lie. If I was gonna lie, I wouldn't lie to you. How's that?
No, that's
yeah.
Dude, that's impressive.
Well, I did eat a 52-ounce porterhouse with a bowl of spaghetti at one sitting. My wife, the beautiful Dr. Vera, will attest to that, because when we sat down with another couple, we looked at the menu, and there it was, 52-ounce porterhouse. It's like $120. And I look at it, she looks at me, and she goes, "If you want." I want. My previous record was a 41-ounce from Ruth's Chris.
Is it like kind of the law of diminishing returns? Like, do you get to the point where you're just not really even tasting it anymore?
No, I enjoy every fucking bite of it. Every bite of it. Now, when you start to get full, and now you get to a point, I'm not going to lie, you get to a point where you're like 3/4 of the way through. You're like 42 ounces in, 43 ounces in, 44. Now you just, at the end, you're just doing it to finish. Like, I am not going to be defeated.
Sure.
It still tastes good, but I get what you're saying. It does lose its luster after 42 ounces.
Yeah, after a little while, it just gets heavy, brother.
Oh, here we go. King of the 45s, Dave Phillips. That's funny. I had 20 oysters tonight and an order of shrimp tempura. Good man. But oysters are small, though. Like, if you put those in a glass, it's like drinking one giant lungi, And 20 oysters isn't really a lot, so I'm not really that impressed.
Yeah, but
Dave Phillips, King of the 45s.
20 oysters adds up.
Yeah. It's okay, but it's I guess for me, a professional eater, like 20 oysters is nothing.
You are kind of a professional eater.
I do. You see what I post. You see
Yes,
what I eat.
do. Yes, I do. It's horrendously disgusting.
Hey, let's get on with music. I don't think anyone cares about our my food stories anymore. What do you think was the from last year, if you can remember, if you have any thoughts, what do you think was like, what's a story that stands out to you in 2025 in music? Doesn't have to be anything like, dramatic or anything.
I don't know. There's a couple of things. Not that this is a surprise, but in the latter part of the year, when the Rolling Stones were getting ready to announce their European tour for 2026, and Keith said, "I can't do it."
They canceled the tour that was never really announced.
They were just about to announce it.
So they canceled the tour that they never announced. That was the news, right? That was the news. They canceled the tour that nobody really knew about.
It was planned, and it was supposed to happen. And we have reached an inflection point where Keith Richards can no longer tour on at least a long-term basis.
That was only a Europe, not only. I mean, it was a European tour, so they weren't. They were going to do.
Yeah. They weren't coming
in
here.
Their world, it's a handful of shows.
They weren't coming here.
They weren't doing a 2-year tour.
But while we're talking about tours, I don't think that you can ignore the enormity and the massive success that the Oasis tour was.
Oh, I think that was the probably the biggest tour in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it was just enormous. Just absolutely huge.
Just the
but here's the question. Do they continue? And can they continue in the secondary markets? Like can Oasis
I think they'll put out a new album.
Can Oasis fill Fenway Park?
Yeah.
More than one night?
Yeah. I think they could fill 2 nights. Just because
I think they could fill one with some good supporting acts.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I see it differently. I see that at this point they're at that stage where once they got back together, it became iconic.
I agree with you, but I think that when you think of Wembley and Cardiff and
how many people from the United States traveled to go went over there that would travel to Fenway just to see them?
But that's exactly my point.
Yeah,
is you have a lot of people that looked at these series of shows as maybe the only shows, so they traveled to them. If it extends where it's a full-length tour, does it still carry the same weight in terms of people from London saying, I got to see them in Fenway?
Yeah,
I got to see.
I think it does. I think this showed it. This showed it because you're going to get. So how many people did factor this in? How many people didn't get to see them because?
Oh, well, right? you and I experienced that.
Yeah, because of the whole mess.
Trying to get. I know that when I logged in and registered to get tickets, I was like 400,000.
I told you, and I was up at literally, I'm not lying, fucking 4 a.m. to get in that queue. My wife would testify to that. And I sat there and I actually got a second laptop. So I did what everybody's trying to do. And it was just so, I think that if they did it again, and we lost Jack on the screen. There you go. I think if they tried it again, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to go see them. I don't think that there would be a lack of interest. Let's put it that way.
I still think that the way that they fill stadiums on a continuous basis is with a multi-tiered bill that has, the Strokes or the Killers.
I don't think they need that.
I do.
No.
See, you're saying that because you just don't know. You're not that bright.
All right. Because I don't know.
Because
I don't know. Because you know all.
You just don't know.
You just sit back for the last 6 months and do all this fake news research about who wants to go see fucking Oasis and who doesn't.
No, I haven't done any research
come on the show and you're like, well, I'm going to show him.
Look, I know you think you're one of the smartest guys in Florida, but you're in Florida.
Yeah, well, you might be one of the smartest guys in New Hampshire, but New Hampshire is full of low-level thinkers. So where does that put you?
That is absolutely not true.
Yeah, it is true.
It is not.
It's so true.
You know why? True. You know why your comment is wrong? Because you're a giant stupid head.
Yeah, and you're an idiot. I got a story from last year that was very disappointing to me. It was very, very disappointing to me. This whole fucking meltdown that Shirley Manson had, the whole fucking tour. The whole tour from Gars. Remember, I saw them about, 7 months ago, right? And I had told you that they were like, this is the last time we're ever touring. This is it. We're not doing it anymore. And I had a video, but you ghosted me for 6 months. So it's kind of probably deleted by now. But she was up on stage and she's like, that's it. We don't get paid enough, and started yada, 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 right? And I'm like, okay. And the show itself was not spectacular. They were better when I saw them back up Tears for Fears. She was more lively. She was friendlier. She was just really being Shirley Manson. This tour, it's like, she's like, this is the last one. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm going to say anything I want. And I don't know if you saw the now infamous video of her basically berating a male fan in the crowd because he had a beach ball. Did you see all that?
I did not, but what
you got to go back and watch.
Ball?
So she sits there and she stands on the stage, not sits there, she's on the stage, and she's like, oh, you fucking asshole with your beach ball and blah, blah, blah. We're trying to play up here, and you're such a, look at you middle-aged fuck. Like, these are her fans, right? That's her generation. She's fucking middle-aged, right? And she's like, with your small dick, I should go over there. If anybody's in the audience, you should punch him in the face.
Ooh.
Now, when I saw her, all she preached about was peace in the Middle East and war and no war. But here she is, and it's all there for everybody to see. She's over there saying, I should send my crew over there, they would beat the shit out of you, you little dick. Like, so everybody saw this. This was over in, I think, New Zealand or Australia, right? Or down under. It went fucking viral. And it was very, like, I was like, are you kidding me? Right?
I can't believe I didn't see it.
Well, it got better because the next show they were playing in Australia, I think it might have been 2 shows in Australia at the next venue. There's YouTube videos everywhere. I guess there's TikTok videos. And people have their cameras up and they're like, watch this, watch this, watch. As soon, it's like it was fucking planned. The whole crowd was in on it. As soon as they came on stage, and she's singing the same opening song that she sang 7 months earlier in Coral Springs, right? Or in Pompano Beach. Fucking all the beach balls come up and just start fucking flying everywhere. Like the whole show. Beach balls, there had to be 50 beach balls flying around the whole show. They were like, it was a big fuck you to her, right?
Well,
And
it's her meltdown is bullshit.
well, she was, and so she tries to, kind of calm the storm. And she says, I know I said this thing about beach balls. And then she starts getting very facetious, oh, but I know I upset some people. It's like, are you really going out like that? Are you really going out like that? Like, I thought she was fucking the greatest thing. You've heard me talk rave about her for years.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And now I'm looking, I go, you know what? You're a fucking asshole. And if I saw her in an airport, I would yell out, asshole. Or beach ball.
Beach ball.
Beach ball. And then there's this, and I kind of talked about this on New Year's Eve show. If you're going out, this is it. Like, this is the last time you're going to probably be in Australia, unless you do like a one-off at a festival or something, right? You probably want to give the audience what they want to hear. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's about the audience.
Yeah.
Stephen Romano, we're talking about the group Garbage with the lead singer Shirley Manson, which I know Stephen Romano will be like, well, they are garbage. I know that's coming. They don't. Like, they played maybe, it was like going to a Morrissey show and him playing 4 Smith songs.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about that because Morrissey cancels every fucking
I'm still
show
undefeated. He has not canceled any shows I've bought tickets for, and I think that's 4 of them. I am fucking so ahead of the curve. He doesn't cancel Florida. He likes it down here.
He's got a streak going, man.
Well, people got to expect that. Like, if you're going to a Morrissey show, and we've talked about this, you got to expect that it might not happen. I was going to go see him up in Boston a few years back, and something told me, it was like in February anyway, so I wasn't really fucking thrilled about it, but I was going to go up there, and something told me don't, and he canceled that show. So this whole thing with Garbage is Shirley Manson and them not playing all their, they didn't play all their hits that everybody wants to hear. It's their last tour. No one's going to buy that fucking album. Like, that's the thing. No one's going to buy that album. She was bitching the whole show about
what
record companies.
Nobody buys albums anymore anyway.
Or CDs. It's all downloads. So, well,
downloads. I mean, the artists, and I'm not going to say the poor artists because they're still doing quite fine. But
so I have this.
If you look at the metrics of what people get paid to stream their music on Spotify, they get screwed.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me see. So I have this quick article. I'm not going to put it up on the screen. There's a few interesting things here. 8 predictions for 2026 from around the music industry. I'm not going to read them all. We'll see the platform labels increasingly embrace audio modifications. So you got this guy, I don't know who he is. He says platforms will continue to broaden and democratize creation. In 2026, we'll see platforms and labels increasingly embrace audio modification. That's not really a good thing. As remixes, edits, sped up versions, and fan-made variations invite listeners into the creative process. I'm not a big fan of that, right? This guy says Afro beats will have its Bad Bunny moment. I don't think that's going to happen, right? But there's one of these that says, in 2026, this is the one I wanted to talk about. In 2026, the definition of a musician will inevitably change. If making a full song can be done with a text prompt, then, quote, someone who can make music suddenly describes almost everyone. But that doesn't diminish the value of an artist who spent years mastering their instruments. It actually raises the bar for what musicianship means. What do you think about that? Like, you're going to see artists, because the younger generation, this is going to be all they know, right? So Gorillaz was really ahead of their time. The virtual band, real instruments, real playing. You go to concert, you see them play. You actually see the band play, right? What do you think of the description of a musician? If I make a beat and I do a whole fucking AI thing and it's really, really good, am I a musician?
I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head in terms of what is it that you're used to. You know, let me put it in a different way. I live up in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
You live down in Florida. Now you go to New York, New Jersey, Boston, Connecticut. They have a certain definition of what is pizza. And when you eat in those places, you're like, oh my God, if they had this up in New Hampshire or if they had it down in Florida, it would make $1 billion. But the reality of it is most of the people in New Hampshire and most of the people in Florida were brought up on Domino's.
So that's a misconception. People love that. We're not going to get into the pizza battle, but you get a lot of fucking people from Pittsburgh to Boston that move to Florida and start their own places.
Listen, I am supporting your argument in that it's what people grew up with that they're going to reminisce about, that they're going to be nostalgic about, and that they're going to that they're going to think is kind of the gold standard.
Yeah.
So the younger generations that grow up with AI generated music,
which is all they're going to know,
auto-tuned music, overly produced music, and that type of thing. But there will always be kind of a cross section of people that are going to be purists, that are going to want to see organic, talented people that work for their craft. Not to say that people on the electronic side don't work for their craft. It's just a little different.
I think what you're going to see is a big influx in the next couple of years of AI music, AI bands. It's going to become the rage.
People don't care. When you and I
the bubble will burst. Eventually.
Don't fucking interrupt me.
Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Did this motherfucker?
Listen,
are we back in 2022 again? Did we just really time warp?
Listen, I get it. I know you're used to doing the show all by yourself, and you don't want anybody else. You don't want anybody else stealing your spotlight.
No. You know what this is? Jack, the insurance executive boss, who doesn't like his employees talking back to him, so he tells them, "Shut the fuck up and get back to your computer." Right? You are not the boss of me.
I am the boss.
No, you are not the boss of me. You are not.
I am the boss of you.
Steve Romano says, I like the killers. I like to kill Jack right now. But as he gave you the demographics, because he's such a geography fucking major, he's in New Hampshire and I'm in Florida. Whoa, you're a fucking real brainiac, Jack. Leo.
So hey, do you want me to finish my premise?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So if you think about like when you and I and many of the people that are listening in, all of our 5 fans that are out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
When we were kids, it was all about analog and reading the albums and knowing who played on them and knowing who produced them. And think about like the Milli Vanilli scandal. Like, oh my God, you're lip syncing. Like that is a crime. I mean, think about how big of a story that is.
You're right.
But as the generations move on and as the integrity, I will say, of it shifts, I didn't say down, but shifts, I think people care less. Most people today, like in terms of like new bands, like if you ask the average Mumford and Sons fan or the Killers fans or anything, they can't name the members of the band. We knew everybody. We studied it. We lived it. It was real to us. It had importance. And now it's more disposable. And maybe that's okay for the people of the younger generations, that they don't have to care. But in terms of auto-tune and AI generated and all that stuff, they're not going to give a shit. You know who's going to give a shit? Old fucks like you and I.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
of
we
course
don't
it's
matter.
true. You finally got some truth on this show.
Can you shut the fuck up and let me talk for once? What the fuck? I know you haven't been on the show in a while, but you just shut the fuck up and let me talk for once. I'm glad this is only every 6 months.
Hey, guess what?
What? You'll see me in 6 months.
I got what? 24 minutes.
I think you're right. You're right in a sense where this is all they're going to know because we have a whole generation of kids that are going to come up on AI, right? There's still, I think, hope. I think that bubble will burst, but what we need, or what the music industry needs, is a breakthrough. I think rock is going to start kind of coming around. You know what's really starting to pop up that I've noticed? Because I listen to, like you get down that rabbit hole. I go down these real deep Spotify rabbit holes, right? And I hear a lot of 80s influenced music by live bands, whether it's synth or it's dark wave or it's shoegaze, which is more early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I hear a lot of that. So that to me is fascinating that these young bands have gone down, that path of like, we're going to bring I guarantee you know what's going to make a comeback? Disco. I'm calling it. Disco this year. I think disco is coming back.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. And the other thing that you just said that wouldn't surprise me. I think there's always going to be an element of people that, seek purity. And the reality of it is, even with the AI and the overly produced and auto-tuned stuff, there is a lot of really, really good music out there. You just need to go and look for it. But the interesting thing is with something like Spotify, it's not that hard to find it. There's some really, really good stuff out there. You just got to give a shit.
Yeah, you have to give a shit. And I think another problem is there is a instant gratification addiction to that's not only fucking young kids. This is people our age. They really are like in tune to this instant gratification. So they try to, knock it, but they're on fucking TikTok getting brainwashed into 1 minute videos.
Which is too bad.
It is.
I mean the long form stuff. Like I know a lot of young people today, not only do they click around, in terms of the songs that they listen to, but they click around for the sweet spots.
Right.
And what they don't realize is that the real art of it and the real beauty of it and the real joy out of it is the tension that is created in a song and then the release.
Leo just has the line of the night. When I said disco's coming back, that's where the happy people go. Down at the disco. Oh, that's where the happy people go. That's a good jam right there.
Wow, that was pretty good.
I know.
Dude,
right?
you can still hit the high notes.
I can.
Thank God for that vasectomy.
That's right. That's right. So I do these. I'm gonna tell you this. So I do. I do these little. Which song do you like better?
Yeah.
Right now, I've talked to Tal about this. I do a lot of stuff purposefully. I make them anywhere from like probably 18 seconds to around 24 seconds on average of a clip of a song. Now, we're only talking 18 seconds. I want to get a good feel for the song before they hear the next song, right? And I put a little bit of thought into matching up songs. So you have my little intro that's 3 seconds. Which song do you like better? And you have the 1 second static. So that's 4 seconds. Then you have, we'll say, a 19-second clip of fucking, Over the Hills and Through the Woods, right? Then there's a static.
Through the Woods?
I don't know. And then the next song is about the same. It's about 19 seconds. This is all under a minute. This is less than a minute, right? So I do these, and I actually do put them on TikTok, but I want to, because I want to see the stats, right? The insight, as they call it. On less than a 1 minute video. Oh boy. When you're talking, you're fine. But I'd hate to work for you. I'd go to HR on you right now.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck this is going.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't get into this long diatribe about, about fucking AI and a new generation eating pizza. And I'm sorry I didn't get.
By the way, you know who didn't use AI? The Everly Brothers. Let me tell you about the Everly Brothers.
That was the worst fucking run-on sentence in the history of podcasting. Holy fuck. You did not even fucking put a period in there. There was no pauses. This was like, good Lord. But what I'm saying is, I look at the insights, and the average watch is like 13 seconds. So they listen to the first song, and they fast forward into the second song.
Yeah, okay.
Which is amazing to me that you cannot fucking focus on anything for that's less than a minute. Like, when did 18 seconds become a long time?
What?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I created a family in less than 18 seconds.
Well, I'll leave that one alone.
It's a whole other story.
I'm just saying that in the adults, I mean, they have nothing to say about fucking kids because they're just as bad. When you can't listen to something for 18 seconds, 18 seconds.
I spent a good part of my career trying to educate adults.
Oh, they're tough. My wife, Dr. Vera, will tell you, adult learners, oof.
Oh, terrible.
Whole different fucking ballgame.
Terrible.
I work with veterans, and they're all adults, of course, right? Because they're at least 18. Again? You just yawned again? And I saw you try to hide one earlier. You didn't get that one by me. I just let it go.
I've been up since 3:30.
Fuck. Yeah, that's what you get for fucking being Peloton guy at 3:30 in the morning. Good luck. Hey, let's get on. So I got these unscheduled albums that are supposed to come out this year, right? It's just names of bands. I got some questions here. Questions. Unscheduled and to be announced albums in 2026. Anthrax.
Who cares?
Bruce Springsteen. Who cares?
Eh.
The Deep Purple. What? Okay. All right. Evanescence. They were good in 2007. Right? But they still have a following just because of that. I've never listened to them. I'm not into that goth, like that opera goth shit, whatever it is.
Yeah, they were okay.
Five Finger Death Punch. Okay, the Flea. Deb might want to buy that album.
Oh my God! Have you seen the video of the Red Hot Chili Peppers where Flea? I think it's like when they first first get on stage, and Flea is playing, and he can't hear his bass.
No, I never saw that.
And from across, he's yelling at the sound guy. He's fucking giving him the finger and just getting angrier and angrier, and he's playing harder and harder, and he's getting more and more frustrated. And Anthony Kiedis comes out, and he tries to calm him down, and he's dancing around him or whatnot. And he realizes that Flea doesn't have his monitors in.
Yeah. That's why he can't hear his bass.
He can't hear a damn thing.
You can't hear anything.
This poor guy is like, wait a minute, it looks fine. It looks fine.
I swear it was perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And he's, Flea is supposed to be like, Mr. Nice Guy, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he gets crazy.
Well, a lot of artists. I've talked about this interview that I saw with Trent Reznor back in the day when 9 Inch Nails was like, we'll just say the late 90s, early 2000s. And they asked him why he destroyed his synthesizers and keyboards on stage. And he said, if the machine doesn't work, the machine must pay. I love that answer. Right?
Yeah, but the reality of it, that was his shtick.
Yeah, of course.
And
it's the Pete Townsend thing, the Jimi Hendrix burning the guitar thing.
I saw 9 Inch Nails like back in the club days, and they were great.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'll tell you, at least from my standpoint, that's not a band that has aged well.
No. They brought Gary Newman, who, by the way, is coming to Fort Lauderdale, but I like Gary Newman. I like him a lot, but I'm not paying $125 to see him at a club. That's one thing I'm not doing.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's where these artists kind of shoot themselves in the foot. Like, if Gary Newman was like $50, you'd probably go.
80. If it was $80, I'd go see him.
Yeah,
that's like my limit for an older, not like upper echelon band. So Foo Fighters is coming out with an album in 2026. Gojira, which is like they're like the #1 metal band in the world, man, right now.
Yeah, my kids love them.
I saw them back up. I told you this. I saw them back up Korn, and someone asked me, how did you like them? I said, well, I loved the first 3 songs, and then the rest of them sounded like the first 3 songs. Live, you have to know the songs, like, to follow it live, because it's really repetitive shit.
By the way, just because you mentioned them, earlier we were talking about music, tension and release.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of Korn in their opening number at Woodstock 99?
Yeah, of course I have. I watched it live on TV.
I was there.
Yeah.
That
Are you ready?
That is
fucking crowd in sync. It's fucking amazing.
I was in it.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. That's one of those. That's like Prince guitar solo for "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." That fucking just the beginning of that concert and how they started off in the crowd erupting like that. It's fucking epic. So you got now. I don't know. Maybe you can help me with this one. Ministry. I thought fucking Al Jorgensen was done. Like, this was like 2 years ago was the last tour, and this is it. We're done.
So there is a huge influx of albums that are coming out in 26. Do you know why?
Leftover music?
No, it's exactly what I talked about before. They're not making any money on Spotify. So they put out new music. It prompts them to go out and tour, and it may be something that they might sell to a soundtrack or a commercial or a video game. They're looking for revenue. These older artists, and Ministry is an older artist.
Yeah.
They have to do something to be able to maintain their.
But Al Jorgensen has to be what, fucking 78 by now?
No, he's not that old.
Look it up. Look it up.
All right, I will. Al Jorgensen.
Maybe
You
not
said
70.
what, 78?
I'd say he's in his early 70s at the least.
He's 67.
Okay, he's not much
he's
older than us. Yeah.
He's 6 months older than you.
Hey, easy.
6 months.
You're
older.
60 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up. All right.
Yeah, I'm 60.
Yeah, I know you are.
Dude, you missed the Vietnam draft by like this much.
Well, at least I didn't have to go over there. But you know what I did? I volunteered to serve this country, unlike you.
I went to rock shows and smoked dope.
Exactly, and badmouth this country. Well, I'm carrying a weapon overseas.
You were carrying a weapon overseas while I was listening to Mick Jagger music.
Yeah, fucking pinko. Papa Roach, nobody cares. Peter Gabriel, nobody. He's irrelevant, really. At this point.
Look, yeah, but you're saying that you're not a Peter Gabriel fan.
But I know his popularity. I'm not stupid. I know he's popular. But how is a Peter Gabriel album in 2026 gonna go?
Well, it depends. Is it good?
We'll see, right? Social Distortion. You like Social D?
I love Social D.
Big Head Todd the Wet Sprocket loves fucking that. I think that's his favorite band of all time.
I love Social D.
They were ahead of their time. I forget the lead singer's name. Todd would be pissed at me.
Mike Ness.
Mike Ness with the fucking neck tattoos back in the 90s.
Yep.
Like nobody had done that. Like big neck tattoos, not like little ones today. Like he had the full neck fucking tattoos. That dude was ahead of his time. And what a unique sound.
He is not strayed from who he is. And I'll tell you that album, Live from the Roxy, fucking kicks ass.
Yeah. The Black Crowes.
They're on an upswing from a touring standpoint.
Tori Amos.
Yeah.
Right? But these are like, that's why I went Madonna. So you know what? Maybe in the industry, they know when these things cycle around. You know what I mean? Like, the 80s fucking cycles around, the 70s cycled around, like the 60s cycled around.
Yeah.
When we were younger, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just thought it was kind of interesting that those bands...
No, it is. It is actually interesting. But the Stones got a new album coming out too.
I heard a story about, maybe it was Mick Jagger's daughter, and they're in the studio, and she goes there, and she was like, they've been doing the same thing their whole life. It's boring in there. Like they will go all night, and they just sit around and just like, make music. She said it's boring. You would think, I'm going to see the Rolling Stones in the studio. Bring a pillow.
Yeah. You know who criticized the Stones like early on was John Lennon. Like, the Stones are a good band, but they just do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Now, I don't personally agree with that. I'm a bigger Stones fan than that. And I actually think there's some good stuff on some of their later albums. But I think that like a lot of bands, they actually pivot from making a great album to making an okay album with a couple of really good songs.
Like U2.
U2
I don't think they'll be back. You know why they'll be back in 2026? Because of Trump.
No.
That's why Bono wants to come back. I need to be heard.
Oh, stop it. Let's not bring politics into this.
I need to be heard.
So U2 claims that they have 25 songs done for their album that is going to be released in June.
Well, again, I have not been a fan since Atomic Bomb, and
how to dismantle an atomic bomb.
Yeah, and All You Can Take With You. I have not been a fan.
All That You Can Take With You. You just fucking making up titles.
No, that's it. You know what it is.
All That You Can't Leave Behind.
Yeah, whatever. But those two albums came out just around 2011, 2010, 2009. They haven't done anything to impress me since.
The last album that they did, Songs of experience. There was some good stuff on it. The album before that was terrible.
Is that the one with the gay album cover? With fucking Larry Mullen on his knees hugging a guy in the black and white?
Holding his son?
I don't think it was his son.
It was his son, dipshit.
I don't care.
Such an asshole.
Perry, Lightfingers Perry Denovich, the AI, says, you two guys have gone to more shows than anyone I've ever heard of. So you guys helped keep some artists afloat. And that's what, but you know what? We know that. But at this point in our lives, we're selective. I'm selective, right? I know you have your site. Like when Korn comes, I got to go see Korn. Just like you got to go see.
I'm not selective.
No, I think you are, but you have like your, again, and you're in a better concert, geographically, a better concert, you have more options.
Yeah.
Like you'll go see Dave Matthews, you'll go see Pearl Jam, you'll go see, you have your cycle. Like I go to see Korn every time they come down, which you still have to go see Korn.
I've seen Korn. I've seen him. I saw him at Woodstock 99.
Oh, that's right. Okay. We just talked about that.
Wait a minute. In all honesty, we just talked about that video. How the hell am I going to go see Korn again? How am I going to top that experience?
I know. Yeah. No, you know how? Because they're fucking consistent. They're consistently fucking good. That's what I love about them.
Yeah.
All right, real quick before we go.
Would you ever go see U2 again?
Not in a stadium. And I would have to like the album. I think I would have to like the album.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. I love you too. I love you too. We were there from the beginning.
Here's a recommendation for everybody that's listening. If he comes anywhere near you, the best tour or one of the best tours that Deb and I saw in 2025 was David Byrne.
Yeah, I'd love to see him. I would.
It was just phenomenal. The visuals, the choreography, the band, the set list, which is
you think
more
they'll
than
ever
half.
get back together?
I don't think he needs to. What does he get out of it?
I think they get a big money tour.
I'm sure that they've been offered it a number of times, but what does he get? He's got a kick-ass band. He plays most of those songs anyway.
I get you. But money talks, man. Money talks. That would be a huge fucking tour.
David Byrne is one of those quirky guys that I just don't think.
I'm not saying it would. Yeah, he's rich enough.
I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen, but
right.
I'm not sure how much he cares.
Right. Favorite concert of the year. Favorite concert, not the best concert, not the biggest concert. Your favorite concert of the year.
Nick Cave.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go with an outsider, man. I really, really enjoyed the Joe Perry project. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was a good rock show. I hadn't gone to a show where it was just kind of light and they weren't taking themselves too seriously, but they were playing great songs and it was just fun to watch. And plus, I'm a big STP fan. You know what I mean? Of course, an Aerosmith fan. I just think and the Black Crowes, probably they're number 3 on the, well, of course they're 3 on the list, but I always liked the Black. So that was probably the most enjoyable show I went to with no expectation other than I'd like to see how this is going to play, like how they're going to look and how things are going to play out. And I was extremely pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by you saying that. I mean, although I think you've changed your tune a little bit, I think as time has gone by, you've mellowed on that show, because when we first talked about it, you were like, it was good.
I enjoyed it. I remember saying I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the show. It wasn't the greatest show I ever saw. That's I think what I was saying. It wasn't the greatest show, but it was good to see. Like, look at Joe Perry. He's going to be like Ringo Starr, I think. He's going to keep that fucking thing going every once in a while. And you watched how, when it caught a little momentum, when I saw them at the Hard Rock in Hollywood, they were only supposed to do 5 or 6 shows. Next thing you know, shows started getting added in different places because it caught a little heat, right? Caught a little fire. But it was a very enjoyable show. I really enjoyed that show. You know, I didn't, like I said, it wasn't deep like going to see Depeche Mode or Radiohead or something like that. You know what I mean? It was a good rock show. So that's my pick for 2026.
Well, all right.
All right, buddy. We're at an hour. I don't want you falling asleep on me, you old man.
Just because you asked, I did look. David Byrne is worth $50 million.
Yeah, that's how much money does one man need?
But I don't know if this is accurate or not. But I looked at Tina Weymouth and Chris Frantz, and they're worth 30.
Well, remember the fucking
Yeah, but I
you know how much money they make off that one song? What's it? Something of Love. What's the?
I wonder if if you go back and you look at the Talking Heads records, did they split the writing credits?
Well, yeah, that would be a good thing to look at. Not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe they did. Maybe they did write them together. Maybe David Byrne wasn't like Sting and comes into the studio with all the songs already written.
Yeah. Just because you were talking about going to concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
I can tell you one concert that I am not going to this year. They announced at the Hampton Beach Casino.
Oh boy.
They announced it today.
Right? It's closing, right?
Yes, yeah. So they announced 3 shows. So with the 3 shows, there's one I can't remember. There's one with the guy from Cinderella.
Yeah.
Playing with Buck Cherry.
Now what you got till it's gone. Screecherella.
Yeah. And then David Lee Roth.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Have you seen the videos of his last tour?
Have I ever? Dude, I was putting fucking videos up left and right, and I was getting people like, I love David Lee Roth. I went to see him. He was great. I'm like, whoa. I don't know what you were looking at. Horrible. Doesn't even sing. The background singers should tour on their own.
Yep. Freaking crazy.
Horrible. You know who I wouldn't go see if they announced a fucking final tour? The B-52s, because they are fucking horrible. Go watch some of their latest videos, some of their shows. Fucking horrible, dude. Now, like you said about Korn, how could I top seeing the B-52s at Club Casino in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, back in 1982, when they fucking, and I had tickets, they wasn't my ticket, but I ended up sitting at a table right at the front of the stage. Like that was the B-52s right there. That was when they were like, how could you top that? So I know what you're saying about.
That was what, like 82?
It was like 82, yeah.
That's amazing.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Till Tuesday backed them up before Till Tuesday was Till Tuesday. You know what I mean? I think that was they were on the bill, or they played I remember seeing, it comes up on my feed every once in a while. But all right, buddy. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate your time, even though you fucking yawned in my face 3 times. Yeah. I'm not going to promise next week to anybody. Only Jack can do that.
I think next week could potentially happen.
All right. Let me know Wednesday or Thursday, whatever works for you.
All right. Why don't you look up some music, interesting stuff?
Oh, why don't you?
Why don't you?
No, why don't you? Yeah. Okay. You can leave now.
I will. Goodbye, everybody.
You're still here. Why are you still here? You don't know how. It's been so long. He doesn't even know how to fucking click himself off. There he goes. He's gone. Thank God. That was a long fucking hour and 3 minutes. All right. Well, like I always say, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you liked it, share it. If you didn't like it, because Jack was on, thanks for watching for an hour and 4 minutes and 7 seconds. I appreciate that. And as I always say, doing this show for you, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. And I'll be back next week. I don't know about Jack.